Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. 54. Mike 54. All day, dog.
They will run for the first time here with White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 5.
Second and 6. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw again, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here. And it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Mike the 59. I got you. I got you.
Following the fumble recovery, Jackson. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's crashing. He's checking crack.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
I got it.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
In your face.
Greystone travel.
On 2nd down, they'll run to White, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go right back to White here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Set up. 90 Wolf. Coming. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. X3. 218, chopper.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Watch number 86. Hey, exit. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike 52. Now.
Operating from the gun. Herbert finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cleveland Farrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, orbit. Check curls.
Back to throw. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Herbert. He's got Evans. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's White. And fights through one man. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Man, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 54. What's the run? They're running it. Mike 54. Hey, echo. 54.
Off play action. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Chiefs, nothing.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson now, throwing again. He's going to sling this. He's got him in, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by now.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
2nd and 3. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check nickel.
They'll try the left side. Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Mike, check. 59.
Yeah, let's just...
Jackson from the shotgun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. 54. Ready.
First down, here's White. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
54.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, and he'll find Hall. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Come on, 16. It's a gain of 10. And a first down, Chiefs.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He finds his target. It's Evans. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Guys, pick it up.
6-6. Bullet high. Get it.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down now, Swift. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 59, Mike. 59, Mike to 59. Brilliant.
Mike, check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Chiefs take over
Let's go, get that. Let's go, let's go.
at their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Check, check, check.
Go on, go on.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Herbert. He completes it to Evans. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Hey, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We go. 8-3.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Play action. It's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You go take.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Buddy up. 59. Go. 59. Mike to 59. Come on. Hey, check. Go. 24.
third down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on,
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Kill.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
2nd and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 26.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
Recon, 130, get it.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
70.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, lock it.
Watch 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
From the gun, Herbert. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bravo.
52.
Yep.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Undercrush. Check 31. Check 31. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Swift, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 52. And what's that? And what's the ball? Mike 52. I don't think you got it, son. 52.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is Shepard on the catch. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah.
Protein snap 2.
On 1st down, Herbert. It's hauled in by Shepard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. looking from the gun. Herbert over the middle to Evans. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Check three.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and goal, Kansas City.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it with White. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Hey, high 7.
52. Block 52.
Now.
They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he's able to find Diggs. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Double dog. That's the way.
Play action. Now Jackson. Going deep for Diggs. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Again, Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know If they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Me and you on deck. On deck. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
61, Matchbox White. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Down, Chiefs.
Ready up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Right up.
From the gun, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Chiefs.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
By 52. He don't know no better.
Look at me. Score. Score. Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
On the ready.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Five.
To throw again. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Check, check, check.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lucky. Hey, Foxtrot. Watch Mike. Go.
Throwing again. Herbert. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
27, Chiefs 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here we go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. What we got?
Good.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Here's Jackson. And Diggs has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch.
Now a give, right side. Swift. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Set, ready. 6-1. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Wahoo. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the signal.
Throwing now is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, exit. Now.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Leo, get.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.